Do you want to make a positive impact on the planet without even leaving your home? In today's DIY guide, we'll show you exactly how to recycle plastic at home step by step. Turn everyday plastic waste into something meaningful. So let's dive into this super easy process. It's time to give those plastic bottles and containers a second chance they deserve. Let's get started. Welcome back to our channel, where creativity meets sustainability. Today, we are diving into a super important topic that is close to our hearts: plastic recycling. At home, it's time to peel off those pesky labels and cut down bulky items. Look, we know recycling can be a bit of a hassle sometimes, especially when you don't have that curbside pickup. If you're in that boat, don't sweat. You don't have to tackle it all at once. So give yourself a pat on the back and keep up the good work. You're making a difference. And remember, the coolest trend right now is being eco-conscious and recycling like a boss. So spread the word, share this video, and let's create a greener future together. Thanks for joining us on this recycling adventure. We're so glad you're part of our community. Keep an eye out for more awesome DIY content coming your way. Until then, stay creative, stay eco-friendly, and keep those recycling bins close by. Who knows? You might just turn something old into something extraordinary. Start with what you can and gradually build from there. Your efforts will make a real difference and inspire others to do the same. So keep those recycling bins close by, sort, rinse, reuse, and rock on. And hey, if you're feeling inspired and ready to take on more eco-friendly challenges, we've got you covered. Check out our other videos and become a recycling superstar. Store your clean, sorted plastic in a special bin until it's time to drop it off. And guess what? We've got your back with a bunch of cool ideas on how to make that process super smooth. No more lugging around heavy bags. Your future self will thank you for this. And hey, if you're feeling crafty, why not reuse some of those containers for fun DIY projects? Who knows? You might just create a masterpiece. You know those stubborn labels that just won't quit? It's time to say goodbye. Not all plastic destined for the bin, right? Why not turn those bottles into cool planters, those caps into funky art pieces, or those jars into nifty organizers? Seriously, the possibilities are endless. You will be surprised at what you can create. And it is a great way to reduce waste and add a personal touch to your living space. Who says recycling can't be stylish? Grab those scissors and give them a good old peel. But wait, there's more. Those big jugs and containers, they need some love too. If they're causing storage woes, break them into smaller pieces. No worries, we're not turning them into confetti. Just think about how much more easily they'll fit. And it is easier to transport them to recycling centers. Plus, chopping them up makes them look like $1,000,000, ready to be transformed into something new. I am a voice of our channel, where we are all about making DIY projects and sharing a whole lot more. Now let's roll up our sleeves and turn those plastic bottles into something extraordinary. You know how sometimes it feels like no matter how many recycling bins we have, plastic waste just keeps piling up? Well, fear not, my friends, because we've got a super easy solution that will turn you into a plastic recycling pro in no time. But before we dive into those step-by-step instructions, allow me to introduce myself. The first step to mastering plastic recycling at home is all about sorting your plastics. Look, we know it might seem a bit tedious, but trust us, it's worth it. Start by checking the recycling codes. These are usually found on the bottom of your plastic items. Don't worry, we've got your back. We've created a handy-dandy chart for you. Take a peek at it and see which category your plastic falls into. Once you've identified the type of plastic, group them together. For example, all the PET bottles in one pile, ADP milk cartons in another. By doing this, you'll be setting yourself up for a smooth recycling process later on. And hey, while this might seem like a small step, it's the key to making sure that your plastics are recycled properly. So take your time, be meticulous, and get those plastics sorted. Moving on to step number 2, cleaning your plastics thoroughly. Here's the deal. Any leftover food or liquid residue on your plastic containers can cause problems during the recycling process. That's right, a little bit of gunk can wreak havoc on the entire batch. So here's what you need to do. Rinse, and rinse some more. Make sure every container is sparkling clean before moving on to the next step. And don't worry, we're talking basic rinsing here, not a deep clean. Just get rid of the obvious stuff. Think of it as a quick shower for your plastic friends. After all, we want them to be fresh and ready for their next adventure, right? Now once you've rinsed those containers like a boss, it's time to let them air dry. Give them plenty of space and make sure they're out of direct sunlight. We're looking at you, black plastic. You know what's extra cool? Putting them on a rack. This way they'll dry faster and you'll save yourself some time. Plus, it's just satisfying to look at all those shiny, spotless containers getting dried to perfection. While they're drying, why not treat yourself to a snack or pour yourself a drink? You've earned it. Alright, my green thumbs, now that your plastic is squeaky clean and bone dry, it's time to move on to step 3. In step 4, we're all about storing until you're ready for drop-off or reuse. In step 5, it's time to unleash your inner artist and get creative. As we wrap up our plastic recycling journey, remember that every small step counts. You know what's really awesome? Knowing that by watching this video, you've already taken a step towards making a positive impact on the planet.